之前我们房说有一个对澳洲中小房地产开发商中的领军人物 Rob Flux 的专访，他对从中国直接进口建材的看法就是，中国的建材其实已经广泛在澳洲应用了，那直接用 CDS 这种公司进口建材，就是去除了其中的中间商。我在澳洲经常冲浪，然后经常看到很多新的一线海景豪华公寓在建。那我经常冲浪的地方呢，正好有一个公寓快盖好了，位置非常好，一线海景50米到海滩和澳洲最好的冲浪点之一，盖了2-3年了，最近是终于看到了脚手架拆掉的样子，还有没有撕掉保护膜的门窗。当时我猜他应该用的是中国门窗，就拉近了一点拍了照片，果然他们用的是一家位于上海的 YY 门窗工厂。那就去了他们的网站看了一下，他们在澳大利亚其实各大城市都有很多的项目，可能项目太多，我拍的这个项目都没有放到他的网站上。那 Rob 其实说的情况肯定是对的，中国建材在澳洲的应用非常多，中间商、代理商、套牌的都很多，所以 Rob 他是支持用 CDS 这种公司直接从中国购买建材的。那我们下面看一下他在这个广交会推广活动的演讲和问答环节。那这个问答环节的问题是我问的，我自己是摄像就没有露脸。
You're going to ask a question? Okay.
My name is Kim. I have a question for Rob. I know you are an experienced developer and teach other developers. In terms of importing materials from China, so some are relatively new and small projects. How do you recommend finding the suitable builder that can collaborate with the developers and importing material from China? Thanks.
That's a very good question. And the reason is that builders make a margin of the materials that they're actually purchasing. And so if you're going to be sourcing the materials yourself, then if you want the builder to actually take on that I guess the work of actually installing that, constructing that, you want to pass on some of those savings back to the builder. If you're just trying to keep all of those to yourself, the builder is probably not wanting to, I guess, participate in that particular process themselves. Or alternatively, you can encourage your builder to go through the supply chain process themselves and then get them to pass it directly onto you, because you now know what this is and you know what the price points are. So you could use either process involved, but the builder needs to be in the process in some way, shape or form.
We have Rob Flux, founder of the Property Developer Network, who is going to share insights into the leveraging international sourcing for cost efficiency in property development. So please put your hands together for Rob.
Thank you. I want to say thank you very much to Lindy for also inviting me along. I'm going to touch on a few different things like this. Us and our organisation, first of all. So Property Developer Network, we're the largest property networking group in the country. We've got over 31,000 people in our community, largely small-scale mum and dad developers. What most people don't realise that from the development world, anywhere between 80 and 90% of all development applications that go into every council around the country is a 6-pack and below. So it's the small-scale mums and dads that are actually doing all the work. And they've got lots of issues and challenges that they need to solve along the way. Because we've been running our community for so long, I'm fortunate enough to be, I guess, not only in front of you guys, but also get, I guess, the opportunity to speak on TV and radio and that sort of thing, and are seen as an industry leader. And for that reason, we're doing a whole bunch of things to actually see what we can do to actually change the industry, because at the moment, there is no industry representation for small-scale developers. So you might all be aware, but we're in a housing crisis. So at the moment, there is 1.2 million homes that we need over the next 5 years. That is a lot of homes. That's about 60,000 dwellings that are needed per quarter, every quarter for the next 5 years. Australia has never, ever, ever achieved that particular development, so that level of construction, okay? So we are a long way behind where we need to be. Now, if we actually have a look at housing affordability, the ability for people to actually afford buying some of these houses is actually very challenging as well, which has impacted, I guess, the profitability that actually impacts on developers going through the process. So what is the solution? Well, there's actually a lot of things that need to be changed in the industry, and we as an organisation are taking on that challenge. So the first one, we're, I guess, doing a whole bunch of changes and advocacy into government. We're trying to actually lobby all different layers, both federal, state and local government with regards to changes. We're already getting some traction in this regard. So we're being industry advocates in all sorts of things. The most recent one, the Queensland government invited us to be part of the Building Ministerial Advisory Council. And as of this afternoon, I didn't get a chance to put this on, but as of this afternoon, the Victorian government have invited us to actually attend a meeting with them with regards to their fast track approval processes. So we're making some very big dents and impacts, and we're also lobbying the New South Wales government at the same time at the moment. The construction industry health, unfortunately, there's a lot of builders that actually went broke during COVID. So there's some challenges in that regard because the cost of construction materials and that sort of thing went up massively when all the logistical supply chains went down. We see this opportunity, I guess, through China direct sourcing as one of the antidotes to actually trying to solve that. Equally, we see the cost of construction being, I guess, the major one, not just for the builder themselves and the logistical supply chain, but we also see that as a direct cost to us as developers. Those costs end up being passed on to the ultimate buyer in the end. So what we're trying to do is actually lower the cost of the construction from that side to bring housing affordability back within range. Okay, that means, I guess, through efficient supply chains and very cost-effective measures, good quality control, that sort of thing, that we're able to deliver a high-quality product in a much faster timeline. So for that reason, I'm very proud to say that, I guess, Property Developer Network and China Direct Sourcing have got a strategic alliance to try and bring this. I myself personally am going on the trip. Lindy has touched on that. So this is my first time to China. We're going to go do some factory tours, go through not just the Canton Fair, but everything else, and try to set an example, lead the way so that other small-scale developers, the 31,000 that we've actually got in our community, can then also start to take advantage of this. It's only by, I guess, all these different layers that we're able to actually pass on and actually solve this housing crisis. I was only given a couple of minutes, so if anyone is interested in Property Developer Network, we run networking events all the way around the country. We run them in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and Adelaide. We'll soon be running them in Perth. We always have industry experts, I guess, talking about different issues and challenges. Lindy has presented for us both in Brisbane and in Sydney. Had a massive crowd in Sydney last week. And we also have people sharing a real deal. So the good, the bad and the ugly of their projects. You can actually see what it actually takes to be a property developer and how you can actually, I guess, learn to do the process yourself and take it on. As I said, 80% of all the developments are small scale mums and dads. So just because you haven't done it before does not mean that you can't do it now. If you are interested in connecting with us, we have YouTube channels, we have Facebook communities, we have our networking events and that sort of thing, and we'd love to see you there. So thank you very much, Lindy, for the opportunity for, I guess, presenting here, and I'm looking forward to the trip. Thank you.